Okay, money magnets, every American social security number was stolen.
The social security numbers for every American may be at risk after a massive data breach.
A hacking group claims to have stolen the personal information of nearly 3 billion people and released most of that data for free online.
Yes, and in this video, we're going to tell you about when it happened and how to protect yourself.
Marvin, let's dive into actually when did this take place?
Yeah, this was in April of 2024, guys. And it's so crazy because we're just not finding out about this a couple days ago. It was a company called National Public Data that had access to all our information because of background checks. In some kind of way, they got hacked.
The information stolen from National Public Data, a company that collects and sells access to personal information, which is then used by other organizations to obtain things like background checks and criminal records.
Marvin, we're talking about 2.9 billion American social security numbers stolen. That is crazy.
Nearly 3 billion personal information records, including names, social security numbers, and addresses, reportedly exposed in what could be the largest data breach in history.
Yeah, we might as well assume everybody's number is on the dark web. And the crazy thing about it is not only do they have our full names, our addresses, our past addresses, our social security numbers, our relatives' information, spouses. I mean, they can basically set up a brand new account if they want to and actually start charging up stuff.
Okay, Marvin, let's dive into how can we help you protect yourself from this data breach and data breaches in the future?
Yeah, because right now, I don't know if you guys realize it, there are so many data breaches, it's hard to keep up with. And so what we're going to show you guys is how to go to each credit bureau and set up a freeze. So let's dive into this, Gloria.
Okay, so the first step is going to be to go to all 3 credit bureaus.
Right.
And we're going to start off with Equifax. So there's a security freeze right here on the Equifax website.
Right.
And this is absolutely free. So let us show you how it works.
And we're going to leave all these links below in the description. So the first thing you want to do is step 1, you're going to want to put a freeze on your Equifax credit report. Step 2, this is going to restrict anybody from extending credit in your name. And then step 3, when you want to apply for something, you can unfreeze your credit. And then when you don't want to apply for something or you're done with your application, you can freeze it again. And then expect for this to take at least an hour. So if you unfreeze it, I wouldn't put an application in right away. I'd wait about 60 minutes.
So Marv, let's just dive into a couple of the Q&As. I know you guys have questions that you're wondering, how does this actually work? Okay.
Right.
If I didn't create an account or I'm under 18 years of age,
Right.
Are there other ways that I can place a security freeze?
Right. And you got to realize if you have children, this is great to freeze their credit also because people steal kids' social security numbers all the time. So I would place a freeze on their credit. If you're an active duty military and you got an authorized person, have them freeze your credit as well. And then, you know, it could be somebody that's handicapped or in a hospital and you're their guardian. Look, make sure to freeze their report. And if you go through these Q&As, it will answer all you guys' questions.
Okay, you see how easy that was?
Right.
Now let's jump over to Experian and look at how to put a freeze on that bureau as well.
Right. So the first thing you're going to do is set up a free Experian account. All right. Second thing, you're going to place a freeze to limit access to your report. When you freeze your credit, no one can access it. Only you can freeze it. All right. Step number 3, you can unfreeze or you can schedule a thaw at any time. And then step 4, because you have a free account, you're going to get alerts whether you've unfrozen your credit or you've frozen your credit.
Now, let's look at some Experian FAQs, okay? Because there used to be a time where Experian would require a PIN for you on your credit. And I'm going to be honest, I lost the PIN several times. So they mail it to you, and it's not easy to keep up with. So Experian have gotten rid of where you don't have to have the PIN anymore.
Right.
Also, how long does the freeze last? It lasts as long as you want it to be on your credit. So you take it off and you put it on.
Exactly. And it only takes a few minutes to put it on. Allow up to 60 minutes when you're trying to remove it. And then remember, all of the 3 bureaus now offer a free report that you can get once a week. So let's jump over to TransUnion, Gloria.
Okay, so now that we're at TransUnion, all you have to do is set up a free account. Now, all 3 bureaus allow you to set up free accounts, and this will help protect you.
Right. And go to this page with TransUnion. It's going to show you how to freeze your credit, how to unfreeze your credit. Also, it'll show you how to freeze the credit of a family member or a spouse. So every bureau is a little bit different.
Most definitely. And they have a lot of FAQs that can help you.
Right.
So if you have questions, don't hesitate. Check out those FAQs in each bureau's portal.
And look, remember, everybody's credit's been stolen. If I were you, I would freeze my credit right now. And look, guys, comment below if you've had identity theft, and also share this video with someone else who may not know how to freeze their credit.
Okay, let's do a quick recap because this is major news.
It is.
Wouldn't you agree, Marvin?
Yeah, it's the biggest breach I've ever heard of.
In terms of hacks that we have followed in the past, this breach really is about the largest I have ever witnessed.
The scale of this breach is so extensive that if you live in the U.S., it's likely that some of your data is included.
Okay, so we know that there's been several data breaches going on across the U.S., okay?
Yes.
So you want to make sure that you're protecting yourself.
Right.
You know, setting up that credit monitoring is so crucial.
Yeah, updating passwords. I would do two-factor authentication. And then I would do this freeze no matter what. Right after this video, I'd be freezing my credit.
So Marvin, let's talk about what can actually happen if you don't take these steps.
Yeah.
So, you know, with data breaches, you know, and the information that they have with this particular breach, they can go in and they can request a card. Like, just say, for example, you have a Capital One.
Right.
They can go in and have an additional Capital One sent to their address and start using your card. So you want to make sure that you're protected. It's so important.
And they may be able to even set up a credit monitoring with your credit with all this information. Because what we've heard, they tried to sell this on the dark web for $1 per person.
According to a lawsuit filed against NPD, the hackers leaked the information on the dark web, selling it for $3.5 million.
I mean, come on, guys. That's like dirt cheap to steal somebody's credit and run up a bag.
Yes. Okay, so let me give you guys Gloria's gem for today. I'm going to tell you the best way to protect yourself, okay? So we've already given you the 3 bureaus and how you can freeze your report, but also look at getting a credit monitoring. I dropped the link in below where it gives you $1 million in identity theft insurance. And that is very, very important.
Right. And look, if you guys want to know how to get $2,500 from Cash App because of a class action suit, check out this next video. I'm Mr. Smith.
And I'm Mrs. Smith.
And we're here to help empower your finances.